Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
And the thunder rolls across East Alabama and West Georgia. Good morning. It is time now for your primetime forecast. From the Alpha Weather Center, Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Give Jamie a call at 256-831-7770 or click that link at the top of this video to get that cost-free insurance quote so that you'll become eligible to win some great prizes from Dr. Don's Weather, including our Dr. Don Weather app, a car freshie from K&L Car Charms. Also coming up in our next drawing, going to be giving away 2 tickets to the Cleveland County Rodeo, which will be taking place on March 25th and 26th. That drawing will be taking place this Friday. And also in future drawings, we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card to the store with the red door, corner 56 in downtown Wadley. I got to have another cup of coffee. And Meadows Farm Equipment. They've got a $25 gift card for us as well. So get your name in the drawing today so that you'll have a chance to be a winner. All right, let's jump into the weather lots to talk about this morning as the weather pattern has been very active and will continue to be across East Alabama and West Georgia. Today, there is a risk for severe weather. We actually have severe weather ongoing across southeast Alabama and southwest Georgia. Several tornado warnings down there this morning. Places like Clayton, Alabama, Clio, Alabama, now near Eufaula. We'll look at that in just a few moments. A confirmed tornado down there. Also just north of I-10 in Florida this morning. We've had several tornado warnings, and as you can see, that severe weather should stay well south of the I-85 corridor there across extreme southeast Alabama, the Wiregrass area, and back over into middle and southern Georgia, and then later on today, maybe some severe weather in southern South Carolina as well. As we look forward, we go out to Thursday, just a few rumbles of thunder down there in South Alabama and South Georgia, maybe a marginal risk of severe storms across central Florida. And then on Friday, pretty much like this morning, it looks like a southeast Alabama, southern Georgia type severe weather setup on Friday, though a rumble of thunder and a strong storm or two cannot be ruled out across East Alabama and West Georgia Friday afternoon into Friday night, among other things. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. If you're traveling south of I-85 this morning, there is a decent chance of seeing a strong to marginally severe thunderstorm. This is through about 9 or 10 a.m. this morning. So if you're going down there to places like Troy or Eufaula, Dothan, Enterprise, if you're headed south on 431 into southeast Alabama, be aware that there is the risk for severe weather down there this morning. So here we go. Let's take a look at a couple of things for you. Voila, there is your Euro for 6 a.m. Saturday morning. So here's the deal, folks. We have got a very strong cold front that's going to come barreling through Alabama and Georgia late Friday night into early Saturday morning. This is not the typical setup that we need to get a decent snow across the area. This is one of those scenarios where we have moisture in place and we have cold air chasing that moisture, trying to catch up with it before it gets gone. Well, we know what happens most of the time with these type setups. Typically speaking, the moisture gets out of here before the cold air can catch it, and we end up with just a cold rain and maybe a snowflake or two on the very end. And I really think that's most likely what we're going to see Friday night into Saturday morning. Unfortunately, when we mention the word snow, that's all a lot of people hear is the word snow. They don't listen to the details or the rest of the forecast or the caveats that come along with that here in the Southeast. I'm telling you, this is not going to be a snowman-making weather event for East Alabama and West Georgia. We don't believe at this time, because this is just not the type of setup we need to get that kind of snow. However, having said that, there is a chance that for a couple of hours on the back end of the moisture, we're talking after midnight Friday night, probably closer to daybreak on Saturday morning, we could change over to or mix with snow for a couple of hours. It could snow pretty heavy for a period or two. But understand, the high temperature on Friday is going to be 70, 71 degrees. So we would have to have tremendous snow rates for the snow to overcome the warmth of the ground for it to accumulate. So we're telling you right now, we don't think we're going to see much of any accumulation at all across East Alabama or West Georgia. North of I-20, that could be a little different. We could see a dusting up there. Certainly, Mount Cheahaw would see maybe a little accumulation up there. But don't get all excited and look for a major snowstorm Friday night into Saturday morning. That's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about a changeover to snow right there on the backside of the storm. So that's the GFS. And that's normally one of the more conservative models. Now let's take a look at the Euro. It's kind of flip-flopped here. There's the Euro, which normally is a little more liberal. It's more conservative on this. But it's Wednesday. So the main thing you take away from these two models is they are both suggesting snow across East Alabama and West Georgia. The exact placement and the amounts, you can't really pay that much attention to that this far in advance. But we will keep an eye on it for you very closely, and we will bring you more information as we get closer to this event. Yeah, here's what we do know. Storms will be ending this morning by 9 or 10 a.m. We'll go to 63 this afternoon, 60 in Ashland, Lineville, Wedowee, 60 degrees over in Franklin, and we'll hit 64 down in Lafayette this morning. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It's our fast forecast. You really need to check that out if you think this is some funny stuff right here. Me trying to get all of that in 60 seconds is pretty comical, so you might want to check that out. If you have an Instagram account, be sure and follow us over there for your fast forecast in 60 seconds or less. Well, some thunder with your coffee this morning. Storms a little stronger than anticipated. As a matter of fact, we have a tornado watch across southeast Alabama, and again, we've had multiple tornado warnings down there. Eufaula under a tornado warning right now. Now, you folks who are watching this, please check the time on it because those tornado warnings are only good for about 30 minutes. So it's 5:20 a.m. Central as we record this. So if you're watching this much later than that, then those warnings down in southeast Alabama probably will not still be valid. But here's the 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms through about 9 a.m. this morning, and then we will go mostly cloudy, maybe a peek at the sun this afternoon, trying to be optimistic. 63 will be your high, down to 45 for your overnight low tonight. 20% chance of rain late. That'll linger into early Thursday morning. Maybe some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. 65 will be the high. We've been telling you all week we felt like Thursday would end up being the nicest day of the week, and I think that's exactly what we're looking at. 46 will be your overnight low Thursday night. Strap yourself in on Friday because it's going to be a wild ride. We'll start the day in the summer season. We'll hit 70, 71 degrees, and maybe partly cloudy skies to start the day, going mostly cloudy by afternoon. We'll throw in a 30% chance of rain late in the day. And then on Friday night, showers, maybe some thunderstorms. We go down to 34 after midnight, 80% chance of rain, maybe becoming mixed with or briefly changing over to all snow after about 3 a.m. Saturday morning. Again, we do not anticipate a major event here. The ground is going to be well above freezing. It would take just copious amounts of snow to overcome the ground warmth for it to accumulate. So we don't anticipate anything like that, though we're still 3 days out, so there is time for the forecast to change. But given the particular type setup this is going to be, I don't anticipate any major problems. Then as we get into Saturday morning, snow tapers off by mid-morning, 8 or 9 a.m. We go partly cloudy to mostly sunny during the day, but our temperature goes in the wrong direction. We will head down to around 41 for your daytime high on Saturday. Some of you won't make it out of the 30s on Saturday. It's going to be windy, breezy, cold. Wind chill factors are probably going to stay in the 20s, if not the upper teens, throughout the day on Saturday. And then a hard freeze on Saturday night. We're headed for about 22 degrees for an average overnight low. Some of you, again, may hit the upper teens for overnight lows. Some of you won't make it down to about 25. Nonetheless, that is certainly cold enough, and we'll have that type of temperature hanging around most of the night. So it'll be cold enough to cause damage to that tender vegetation you got outside. So if you bought into the temptation last week to put those tomato plants out, you better go ahead and make provisions to protect those plants on Saturday night, because it will certainly be cold enough to kill every last one of them. And then on Sunday, back to sunshine. 55 will be your daytime high. We warm up a bit. 31, not quite as cold Sunday night. That warming trend continues on Monday under sunny skies, 63. And our next rain system should be back in here on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. All right, let's take a look at your Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar this morning. Let's go right straight down to southeast Alabama, because there is ongoing life-threatening weather taking place down there. That's not our primary coverage area, so we did not take this one live, but look at that. That is a tornado that is confirmed and has been on the ground from time to time this morning. We take that current, and you see that storm now is right there near Eufaula, Alabama. I think the storm is going to be awfully close to downtown Eufaula, if not just a little bit north of downtown Eufaula. So this area of southeast Alabama under a tornado warning this morning, and it expires at 5:45 a.m. So if you're traveling in that area, or if you know anyone that lives down there in the Eufaula area or just north of Eufaula, especially right there along 431, call them and let them know. Make sure they're aware of what's taking place down there this morning. Zooming back out, you see that tornado watch. It's outlined in yellow this morning, covering all of southeast Alabama, and yet another tornado warning down here near Chipley, Florida. That is moving off to the east. Now a tornado warning out for Marianna, Florida, just south of the Alabama-Florida state line. So you folks over here in Georgia, places like Lake Seminole, Bainbridge, heads up, you've got a thunderstorm cell producing a tornado headed in your general direction, and the same thing back up here on this Eufaula storm. You folks over in West Georgia, over there around Richland, maybe a little further downstream, Americus, pay attention to this storm coming out of Alabama. It'll be moving off to the east, northeast this morning. Across East Alabama and West Georgia, just a lot of rain this morning, thunder and lightning from time to time. It has been pouring up here in northeast Georgia, thundering for about the last hour or so. Atlanta, just a mess. Very heavy rainfall moving in on the west side of Metro. That will cause all kind of travel problems up there this morning in Atlanta. Avoid that if you at all costs this morning. And then across East Alabama and West Georgia, we've got just scattered showers, embedded heavier pockets of rain, especially over here in Heard County and southern Carroll, and maybe a bolt of lightning from time to time. But you see the backside of this is already clearing Talladega, about to clear Clay and Coosa, so it won't be long. The rain will be coming to an end across East Alabama and West Georgia this morning. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Our handle there is DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. Don't forget to go to our website, hit that donate button, and support us if you can. Download the weather app and also click on the more button so that you can scroll down to the God's Country page. Download the Mixler app and listen to God's Country. You get my daily weather forecast on God's Country and the Classic. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction. He is one of our partners here on Dr. Don's Weather as well as Miss Donna McKay, Mayor McKay, and the town of Wadley. They are proud supporters of Dr. Don's Weather. Also, Southern Union State Community College in Wadley, Opelika, and in Valley. If you own a business and would like to be a partner here on Dr. Don's Weather, just shoot me a message on Messenger, and we can have you started by the time we do our very next weather forecast, which will be first thing tomorrow morning. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. I see you tomorrow. Bye now.